to be inverted. So be careful with that. Not all stacks have this, but when they do, you don't want to lose this. So make sure you keep that there so you don't fry it by accident one day when you're taking it apart and you put the wrong side in. And next thing you know, you could say bye-bye to everything here. So what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go ahead and look for some standoffs because the current metal screws are not long enough with this frame, because it's a pretty thick frame here. So give me a moment and I'll be back. Alright guys, so we're almost complete here. I had to do a couple things, so I couldn't find the right standoff, so I did go order some right now. As you can tell, the bottom, these ones right here are squished, but that doesn't really matter because this is just for the ESC. What really matters is the one for the flight controller. These are slightly squished. Let's actually zoom out a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that. But that's going to be okay temporarily until I receive them, which I'll receive them tomorrow and fix that up. The problem is I didn't have long enough screws, and I lost the original screws that came with the frame because it's been sitting next to me for a while. Also, another thing I had to do was remove the wires for the video transmitter because it wasn't long enough. So I just ran my own wires into that. It's the same connection process, but just longer wires. And I'm just going to put some nuts here, nylon nuts, to hold the video transmitter into place. And you can see the MMCX, which is right here. That's what's really nice with these video transmitters. They come with these MMCXs. And this frame also comes with this 3D printed part that will allow it to hold right into place with screws. So you can kind of see where the screws, M2 screws, will just go in there. So now all we have to do is just connect the camera. And that's really it. And then we could power this guy on. And in the next video, I will show you how to set everything up for just about any quadcopter. I'll give you the exact setup process, but meanwhile I'll have a link to one down below which will also show you everything you need to know, because it's just generic. Basically you just have to know a couple things in order to set up a quadcopter, like where you've connected your receiver, where you connected your video transmitter, and that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the screws and we'll take one last look at this guy. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at how this thing came out to be. So as you can tell, the stack barely fit, and that shouldn't be the case again, only if I had longer M3 screws, which I did order and I should receive tomorrow. We'll change that out, so we'll see in our next video. And also, as you can tell, the battery lead, I had it coming out from the back. So luckily, the provided XT60 that came with this stack was just long enough here, which should hold it into place. However, if it's not long enough, I also had this next to me, which I 3D print from Thingiverse, and these would actually go to the standoff like that, and you could just route your XT60 through that and it'll hold it into place here, wherever you'd want yours to go. And they usually do a pretty good job, so I really like these also. That's why I had it next to me. So, and again, the protectors here, you're supposed to put these on before you put the motor screws, but we'll do that in the next video. It doesn't really matter right now. So as you can tell, you would put these on, and these would extend the lifespan of your frame overall, especially with the bottom pieces. So when you keep landing, especially on concrete, then you would be good to go there. And yeah, it came out really nice. I really love this. So let's go ahead and get its weight. All right, moment of truth.